You have about 90 plus venues at this point. One of the things that I always find impressive is the ability to provide that consistency of experience across all these different locations. That requires a systems level playbook and a consistent delivery, as well as reinforcing how we make sure that we learn from our mistakes or have feedback loops so that you don't have the same things repeated. Can you maybe tell us a little bit about how to design that and how to make sure that you consistently deliver that with so many different teams touching the whole aspect of it to deliver that experience?
Yeah, honestly, that is probably one of the most challenging aspects of this job. And we'll be opening our 97th US-based venue. And then we have franchise partners across the globe. And then we have 4 international venues that we own and operate as well. So it is not easy as you look across that broad group to say, how do we deliver something that feels like it's Topgolf every time you visit, but also feels consistent, but it also feels local and authentic? And so we were able to systemize and plan out from the team and say, these are the few things that are non-negotiable. This is the things that we expect you to be able to deliver on. But we also want you to bring the fun and the energy in your own way locally. And so we'll go out and we'll audit against that. So when the regional leadership teams will go into venue, they will say, okay, we have a very systematic way to audit against, are we delivering the things that we said were non-negotiable? And then we have another way to capture in a very Topgolf way, how the teams are delivering fun. And then we can share those best practices back. So I think this is a really interesting combination of being able to make some things that are across a brand standard, but then to give leeway and to celebrate those opportunities. The teams are very thoughtful and planful on how they go in and audit that against all the venues. And the venues, the expectation is set. And so they know nothing is ever a surprise. And folks will come through and log in their information so we can make sure that we are delivering on the things that we think are really important. And then we also have a more fun Topgolf way to capture that way we're bringing local to life. So we have a very active Playmaker page that we have, almost like think of it as social media for our playmakers internally, where the venues will post what they're doing and how they're sharing their Sunday fun day interactions, and the teams will get in and post. And so we have kind of that balance again of like, there are some systems and processes in place, but we also leave room for the energy and the sharing of the more fun and interesting things, because it's equally important to us to help deliver those experiences.
I think it also allows for just grassroots innovation to happen when you give that opportunity for the playmakers and executives, everybody to have this shared channel where you're talking about, hey, this is what our goal is, and here's my take on how I'm delivering. I come from many years of being in the innovation space. Innovation across an organization is a really difficult thing to bring about. And this is such a great example of making sure that you are embedding it in your processes and in just the way people work and people interact with the organization as well as each other. I'm sure you bubble up and surface maybe some opportunities or maybe some new ideas and innovations that come up and people can learn from each other.
Yes, absolutely. I think that's one of our really core important values here at Topgolf is to make sure, again, we're rooted in the player experience, and that there's no better place to hear that from than our playmakers who are interacting with our players every single day. And in fact, one of the channels is basically open ideas. And the playmakers, any level playmaker will get on and share, like, why do we do this? Have we thought about that? And so we're getting great information directly from our playmakers in real time.